Good evening. And it's a conversation about how we are all eating too much. And I think we should just clear some stuff that's coming up. First of all, what are our judgments about bodies and eating and overeating and eating less and eating on time, not eating on time, etc., and everything this brings up or lets down? Are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it now?
Yes.
And for the future, please. Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, God and God, and shorts, boys and beyonds. What are we associating food with? And everything that is times a godzillion, are we willing to destroy it and create it all nowadays?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, God, God, and shorts, boys and beyonds. All our past associations with eating when we are either eating or not eating when we are not feeling very comfortable inside our bodies. And everything that is times a godzillion, are we willing to destroy and create it all now, please?
Yes.
Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, bottom, block, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. So what is food for you? And whatever comes to you in your mind right now, whatever is food for you, are you willing to destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, block, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Every time I have made food a way to fill the void that I feel when I'm doing any kind of healing, and when something shows up which isn't very comfortable to look at, and everything that is times a godzillion, are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it now, please?
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad,
Right.
fucking for all right.
It's boys and girls. Wow. Okay. What do we think our bodies are? And everything that is times a godzillion, are we willing to destroy and uncreate it all now, please?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. And all the communications of our bodies that we are trying to avoid by eating, are we willing to destroy and uncreate it all now, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. All our judgments about our bodies, are we willing to destroy and create it all now, please? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. सलीमा तुम्हारे बैकग्राउंड में आवाज आ रही है, so you just keep muted. Anyone else can just say yes. You can say yes in your own space. All the wrongness of you and the rightness of everything that is against you, that you have used and substituted that with food, are you willing to destroy and create it all, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, cool. Jinal, do you know access bars or you don't know access bars?
Ma'am, I know a little bit of access bars. I've not done it, but I had my friend who had used for me.
Okay,
The
cool.
clearing statements, thoda bahut.
So you know the clearing statement, right? For those who don't know, I mean, for those who see this call later on YouTube also, what I'm doing, this thing, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds, it's called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. And if you go to www.theclearingstatement.com, you can get more information about it. So because I'm using an integrated approach to healing, I use whatever works in whichever moment. So in this moment, I just felt clearing it will be way more easier than going deeper into it. And so I use the access consciousness clearing statement. And when we use the access consciousness clearing statement, we have no idea what got cleared, but it just gets cleared. And that's the beauty of this, that, wow. I was just opening this. This is the book of Dr. Dane here, Body Whispering, the latest book of access consciousness, which I bought just 2 days ago. It came to my house. I mean, I ordered it the day it was launched. All the lies you bought about people with money and how bad they are and how terrible they are, and you never wanted to be one. And all of that will you destroy and uncreate it all, please.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, online shots,
Online
boys and
shots,
beyonds. Cool. Again, all the lies you bought about people with money and how bad they are and how terrible they are, and you never wanted to be one of them. And all of that, will you destroy and uncreate it now, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, online shots, boys and beyonds. Wow. The purpose of having money is to change people's lives for the greater. This is Dr. Dane here saying in the book Body Whispering of Access Consciousness. This perspective was offered to me again by the astute and awareness initiating Gary when he asked me, can you change the world more with money or without money? It seemed like a no-brainer. With money, of course, I replied. That's right, he said. And the purpose of money is to change people's realities for the greater. This was one of those wow moments for me. It was the first time anybody had given me the perspective that money could do good, great and incredible things. It was so exciting and motivating. From that point forward, my financial situation started to change. Everything you've done to make it wrong to charge for your services, and everywhere you have that weird catch in your throat when you go to tell people how much you charge, and you feel like, of course, you must be charging too much. Will you destroy and uncreate it all now, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. Rest of it you can buy the book and read, but all the projections, expectations of people and judgments of people about how much you charge or whether you charge or you don't charge, and whether charging money is good or bad, and all the projections, expectations, judgments that you take on, and that create separation between you and your services offered and the money that you could receive, and that make you reject you and the money and the value of what you be. Everything that is times a Godzilla, are you willing to destroy and create it all now, please?
Yes.
It's right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, there's so much more charge to this. And everywhere we have made all the things that we get for free more significant than the things that we get from money. Are we willing to destroy and create it? Yes. Right and wrong, good
Yes,
and bad,
right
pod
and
and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere we have made giving things for free more significant than the things that we charge money for. Everything that is times a Godzilla. Are we willing to destroy and create it all now, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pork, online shorts, boys and beyonds. It's not even surprising for me. Morning, I cleared my ancestral things and my mom and my grandmother and their points of views. And then second call, 3 p.m. call, I worked with my father and ancestors and relationship with the father, and now comes money. Material
How does
reality.
it get any better than this?
Yes. And I was just wondering that, okay, for 1 month, I've been doing this program, which is like kind of, on a voluntary contribution basis. And then I was thinking, though, okay, again, I'm going to go do my one-to-one session, paid sessions, and charge whatever money I'm charging. But this is so much fun, and maybe that won't be that welcome or that as contributing as this. So all of these points of views that we all have around, oh, when we're doing things with a sense of doing charity or sense of doing selfless service is greater than when we charge money. And everything that brings up for all of us, including me, are we all willing to destroy credit or not, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all in shorts, boys and beyonds. What have we made so vital, valuable, and real about not being willing to have material pleasures in life? And everything that is times a quadrillion, are we willing to destroy it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all in shorts, boys and beyonds. What have we made vital, valuable, and real about what we think is the foundation of our spiritual reality? And everything that is times a quadrillion, are we willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all in shorts, boys and beyonds. What discrimination and polarity are we being and living in when we discriminate between material and spiritual reality, father and mother, emotional reality and energy reality, doctors and healers, religions, hierarchies, genders, and all of that discrimination that we have received, perceived, known, had, been there, done that, and are continuing to do that even now. Are we all willing to destroy and create it for now and for the future, please? God, I want a big yes here. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. Crazy, this is like crazy.
Lots of charge to it, man.
Yeah, because like, I just felt like just now we did Soul Temple for gender discrimination and this father, mother, judgments, etc., etc. And here we come. Like money is such a big thing associated to all of that we did in the 3 p.m. call, right? Having money, no money, so much significance. Oh my God, I don't care about money. Cool. Then money will not come to you. Okay. If I don't care about you, will you like to come to me? You won't like to come to me. And if I say, oh, I like you, I like to have you, but then I like her better. Then also will you like to come to me? Would you not go to a person who will say, hey, I just adore you, man? Right? So why will money want to come to anybody who says, I don't care? Money is not significant. Okay? What are we doing when we are not valuing what we are doing? When we are not putting a price to what we are doing?
Devaluing ourselves.
Devaluing what we are doing.
Yeah. Not respecting also what we are doing.
Exactly. And then will people respect what you're doing?
No, because we don't respect it. So how will it?
They will
come?
also reciprocate in the same way.
Huh.
It's so funny. Like, you know, I know people might think, oh, she made a commitment of 1 month voluntary work and everything. Now she's talking like this. It is just like so clear in my space that I didn't do this with this aversion to money or craving for money, both. It was just my desire, and it was an idea which I wanted to execute. I executed, but I absolutely have no aversion to money. I'm very open and willing to have money, all kinds of money, wherever it comes from. So, yeah, yet I can't say like, I'm like, oh, I adore you money. Maybe not yet there. Okay. But then when I'm talking, like when I'm talking to you guys also, I'm recognizing, wow, yeah, I don't yet say that I adore you, money. Come to my house. Okay, I would love to have you. So cool. Maybe it's all the stuff that I'm integrating from the shadow workshop, and then today morning, and then Rita's SOP, and then what I healed in the afternoon, morning, and now here I am. Something is shifting for me, maybe big time. I don't even know what is shifting, but I know something is shifting. So all our past ties to limitations. And when I say limitations, I'm not limiting it to money. All limitations. All our past ties to limitations. And everywhere we believed they are real, are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, good and poor, knowledge, boys and girls. All our past ties to limitations, and everywhere we believe them to be real, are we willing to destroy and uncreate it all now, please? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, good and poor, knowledge, boys and girls. This particular clearing, I heard it in one of the calls of Corey Michelle. She's one of the Access Consciousness facilitators. When I heard this one clearing, I felt I can do this like 1,000 times. All my past ties to limitations, and everywhere I believe them to be real, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, online shows, girls, all our past ties to limitations, and everywhere we believe them to be real, are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, online shows, boys and girls. So one more clearing from the book, Blessed Possibilities of Access, or some other book. I don't remember the exact name of the book, but I can't have what I would like to have and what I desire because dash. Think of your reason.
Can you come again for a slow?
I can't have what I would like to have and what I desire because
I think I don't deserve it.
okay.
It is like क्या बोलते हैं? Not shit, what is that word?
Cool, I don't deserve it. Let's stick to that. How about you?
Huh.
Others.
Because of others.
Because of
Out
others.
of league. Out of league. I won't say.
Okay, great. Others. I can't have what I would like to have and what I desire because.
Maybe you don't deserve it.
I don't deserve it. Okay, Salima.
Disbelief also.
Yeah.
How will I create it, or how will I have it when I don't have the resources?
Right. We're going to go there. Salima, I can't have what I would like to have and what I desire because.
Because I was rejected because I'm a girl child.
Because I am rejecting.
Because I am rejecting it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I was rejected as a girl child, so I was always second in line.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll have to mute.
You'll have to mute us.
Shit. What's going on at your place? Why is this so echoing when you're unmuting? Anyway, so because I was rejected
I
as
was
a girl
rejected
child.
as a girl child.
आज का मालूम नहीं इंटरनेट का क्या इशू है हाँ
Okay, cool. No problem. Kiran, I can't have what I would like to have and what I desire because.
I am living in limitations.
Because I'm living in limitations. So everything that brought up for all of us, are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it now, please? Times a quadrillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, online shorts, boys and girls. Okay, so say that 10 times, each one of you. Like for Gina will say, I don't deserve it. It's out of my league. I don't deserve it. It's out of my league. Ruby will say, I don't deserve it. Harveen will say, I can't get it because of others. I can't get it because of others. Say, like, and add interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I don't deserve it. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get this because of others. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. I can't get this because I was rejected as a girl child. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get it because I am living in limitations. Do this 10 times, please. Interesting point of view. Okay, so I can't have what I would like to have. And I love what I would love to have and I desire because I never gave it a thought. Okay. And everything that brings up times a quadrillion, I'll destroy and uncreate it all. Right on, put that all line, but shows boys and beyond. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things which I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things which I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things which I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view that I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. I can't get those things that I don't give a thought to. And everything, all of this brought up and let down in you, outside of you, in your reality. Are we all willing to destroy and uncreate it all around us?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And right.
Right and wrong, good and bad, poor and poor, online shots, boys and girls. Wow. So I'm just going to do some energy contribution here. All the algorithms keeping all this stuck energy in place in all our realities and universes. First, all the past that has created all of this, bringing all those energies back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For a greater reality to show up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Covering the electrical gadgets and laptops in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breaking all the algorithms. Cool.
Feels so light.
Yeah, I'm sure. There was a lot of charge to it.
Yeah. Like when I was saying also, there was so much of, I was forgetting and there was so much of resistance, but then it happened 10 times. So time laba, but it's okay.
Yes.
You will not believe, like, since the time I've been working with Ruby ji, I'm finding myself more attractive physically. Like when I'm doing my classes online, and I like seeing myself in the box.
Whenever you choose to heal yourself, na Jinal, whatever be the modality, whether it's Soul's Temple or Access Consciousness or any other modality, when we heal ourselves, we definitely become more attractive. There is no doubt. There is no two thoughts about it.
Right.
It's a given because you're becoming more of you. You're eliminating those things that are not you from you, in whichever form, but you're eliminating. And then definitely you will become more attractive. You will start loving life more. You'll start loving yourself more. And for me, Souls Temple definitely has been such a boon in my life that I do it every day for years now. And I don't think that I can ever stop being grateful for this tool and for my teacher and for the masters through whom this tool was channeled. I'm very grateful for Atman, for Master Kutumbi, and all the people who are using Souls Temple and for making this tool such a big reality. All the people who receive it and practice it as well. Cool. Yeah. So for everybody, I would recommend please do the 3 p.m. call of today, the father healing, because you've done a lot of mother healing. Go see the call on YouTube or SoundCloud, whichever works for you, and do that healing. It will really benefit everybody, you and your family members. And yeah, healing with the father, like really was so. It just brought in so much of stuff for not for me and my father. We are like, wow. I mean, I love my father a lot. But the thing is that how many men don't get their due acknowledgement for what they do, for what they are. Just because if the woman is very emotionally strong and she's taking care of all the things in the family and the emotions and everything, and she's earning also. And when the man is earning and giving anything, and if that's not valued, that's the reason why nowadays a lot of men don't want to work. A lot of men don't want to be proactive. They just want to be just laid back. And then now we tell that, oh, women are very empowered and men are not, but it's not the case. Women have rejected men big time. They've made the men feel pathetic about themselves. And collectively, I'm not talking about individually, each one of us here. Either we think that, oh, we got to just, everything is, either we make them the source of our everything, or we completely reject them. But that's not how it is supposed to be. You cannot function as well as you can when you have both the man and the woman in you integrated. When you have a good relationship with your father, your brother, your lover, your husband, your son, cousins, ex-friends, all the men in your life, life definitely feels more joyful. Life definitely feels a little, lighter than when it is when we are only wanting to be alone and live alone. So that doesn't mean, see, I live alone. I'm not saying like that you're not supposed to practically live alone. But I'm very open. I have a lot of male friends. And I have really lovely cordial relationships with the men in my life. I still talk to my ex-husband very lovingly. And with my son, with my brothers, with my father, I have a wonderful relationship with all of them. They really care for me. And I'm extremely grateful for their presence in my life. So that's not what I'm saying that, oh, practically, physically living in one without a man or with a man. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking of the energy of, as if they are two different things and they cannot get together. That separation, the way they function, the way we function. And of course, there's a difference between the way men are and the way women are. But that is the beauty, that's the brilliance, that why we have been made different. If we were all the same, how boring the world would be. If all of us were talking incessantly, oh my God, We also needed listeners, right?
Exactly. That's what I told my mother-in-law in afternoon. They had a disagreement over something, and I told ki Mama, at least understand that he's not expressive, yet he does so much. Like, अगर आप दूसरी side of the story देखे हो, तो just value like he's done so much. He's just contributed his life for you and your son, right? He's done nothing for his own. He is just a selfless person. So value that, and you just popped up with the same thing. The men need acknowledgement as well, and probably the acknowledgement and care I give, it doesn't work in his case as much. He's so much into mom, like
Yeah.
his soul connected so much with her. Like even a small effort or something just makes his day. Like
Yeah,
he gets
and
charmed very differently.
you have to, like, you must listen to the afternoon 3 p.m. call
I will.
whenever, it was brilliant.
My
Because,
husband, who doesn't listen, he heard that morning wala which I sent you a message on,
yeah.
and he was like, I don't know, it feels so good to connect with her. It's so amazing. Just convey my message to her. I was like, why don't you join in for a class? He's like, मेरे को भी part सुनना है. So maybe someday when I'm probably much more willing to drop in, he's like, but I can listen to her. I can connect to her. So that's very amazing on her part. Just convey. She's really amazing.
This, thank you. Tell your husband I'm very grateful for this acknowledgement.
He will watch the video, I'm sure, at night when he sits for YouTube. He watches your video, which is very rare. Like something just not him.
How does it get better than this?
Yes, totally.
So
And
this
I
was,
see such a I
yeah.
see such a major shift in him. He himself told me कि पहले मैं अपने में रहता था, like it's me and my own world. Now I appreciate people around. Like I am willing to be
Yeah.
around such people.
Yeah. It will bring
It's so
a
good
shift.
to it's so good to see men heal themselves or
Yeah.
listen to at least. I mean, I just find it
Yeah.
very attractive.
It
I
is.
really loved it. I really love it. Like he's been
Yeah.
that it's the same with me, but with others he was very resented. He was like in his own zone. Like even if his mom or dad drops in a room, he's smiling and he'll just make a straight face. They should not get to know my emotions. It's all the child.
It's a
thing.
conditioning. Men
It's
are
a-
men are supposed to hide their emotions, conceal the emotions.
Exactly. Because when there was a time he being a kid, so probably the emotions were not valued much. So that's why.
And that is true for a lot of men. It's not just your husband, like a lot of men. He's not alone in that, because
Right.
every boy is taught, like, be mature. रोने की क्या जरूरत है? आदमी, लड़के लोग थोड़े रोते हैं. या,
मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता
and
ये
all
सब.
of that nonsense, like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Ma'am,
Like,
you will not believe.
yeah, tell me.
I have a very dear close friend. She delivered 2 months back, and like just after she delivered, 15-20 days after the delivery, I messaged the husband, "Hey, how are you feeling? All okay? Hope you are not having any postpartum blues and etc. etc." And he just said, "Oh yeah, the mother and the baby are good." I'm like, "Listen, I'm talking about you." I mean, it is so, it is like they are not even aware of their own emotions, and I just feel, oh my God. Because I've read like even men get postpartum depression because they are not getting the attention from the
Of the
partner, they
wife.
because the
Yes.
partner is busy with the baby and the new phase and everything.
Yeah.
So even they feel the void. But then when I asked this friend, because I'm very close to both of them,
Yeah.
so he was just like, "Oh no, the mother and the baby are doing that." I'm like, no, I'm asking about you. How are you coping up? Okay, I am living my bachelor life. I'm all good. She's at her mom's place. Let her deliver 10 more babies. I'm okay until the time she's at her mom's.
But that's a common thinking. That's a very common thinking, that okay, fine, if the wife is delivering, baby is being born, so let me just have fun with my friends and other people, and it's okay, it's her job, right? One is that, and second is also, you know that even after when the wife is at home, back home with the baby, uh, if the baby is not sleeping, if the baby is crying, oh my God, I can't handle. You know that men cannot handle emotions. Most of them, not all men. There are amazing men as well, but there are many men who don't know how to handle when emotions get intense. They'll be like, why, like that. They'll be like, ugh. So, not right or wrong, just what it is. But at the same time, they do a lot of things without saying. They do a lot of things silently. Hasi mazak karte karte, they will do things. They will not be serious like us, and we'll be like, I'm talking so seriously, how can you laugh at it? And then for them, it's like, okay, fine, what's there to be so serious in this? So the way they process things, the way we process things are very different. And that's why the whole struggle of you don't understand me, I don't understand, you don't understand, all of that, right? Of course, there are so many books, and men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and sorry, or the other way around, I don't know, whatever. So basically, when you study these things and when you try and get, okay, what what is that person's way of functioning, and how can we complement each other? There is one way I function, there is one way the other person functions, and I cannot function like this, that person cannot function like this. So how can this contribute to this and this contribute to this receive from this and this receive from this? And how can that be a harmonious space, you know, which will bloom? Because when we join hands, it blooms. One and one together can become 11, like, you know, like literally expand. When there's harmony in that one and one together. And it is not, I'm not just saying about romantic relationships. I'm talking of even business partners. If a man and a woman are business partners, and when they get together with, you know, colleagues, it creates greater. It always creates greater. It's nice to try and recognize, not make them source. No, you don't, the man doesn't need to make the woman the source of his everything. The woman doesn't need to make the man the source of her everything. But at the same time, being connected to their own source, resource within, it's always nice to contribute and receive from the man to the man, from the woman to the woman. So yeah, I mean, that's one thing. And cool. Let's do something about non-deservability, because that had come up. And we have 15 minutes left. All the things that we think we don't deserve, okay, we will never get. Everything that we think we don't deserve, we will never get. The whole world may be waiting to offer it to you, but you will not be able to receive it because you think you don't deserve it. Trust me, there was a time when so many people used to tell me, Bandhana, you have so much knowledge, you have so much wisdom from life, your experiences are so rich. Why don't you go on YouTube and start sharing them, make videos and let the world know who you are and this and that. All the classes I would have heard it like non-stop, and I'll be like, I'll do. Okay, I'll do. Okay, I'll do someday. But what I used to think, you know, when I used to go on YouTube and watch people talking, whether it's Esther Perel, whether it's Anthony Robbins, or whether it's Jack Canfield, you know, these amazing speakers who have written so many books, and Chicken Soup for the Soul series and everything, Susan Jeffers. So I would just go watch their videos, and when I would watch their videos, I would be like, I don't have a team like them, okay? Or I'll be like, I don't even know this much technology. Okay, fine. Then I'll be like, I don't know even how to do proper makeup. Okay. At least you must look good when you're on a YouTube video. Okay. I don't know how to do the sound and light effects. Every time I would go, I would come with one thing that I don't know. And I would make myself believe, not my cup of tea. मेरे बस का काम नहीं है. The biggest thing that used to limit me, the biggest thing, because everybody in the world used to tell me, तू बहुत लंबा लंबा बोलती है. Can you cut it short and say this in 2 minutes? And that used to be like a big fucking challenge for me. 2 minutes में कैसे बोलूं? There was one talk I did in the, in doctors, a panel of doctors, 6 people on that, all are doctors except me. I was invited just because my work was recommended to them and they were like, oh, we want Bandana, you come and talk. For me, it was like, oh my God, in a panel of doctors, how can I talk? They are so like educated, blah, blah, blah. मैं क्या बोलूँगी? How would I even talk? What do I wear? All of that I was thinking, okay? And then first they said it's a 20, you have to speak for 20 minutes. I was like, okay, 20 minutes, what do I talk? They gave me a topic. They asked what topics. I said, okay, let me talk about the power of your subconscious mind. Because that's a commonly received thing. I can't talk about family constellation or shamanic healing. People will be like, what nonsense, doctors ke beech mein kya bakwas kar rahi hai? So I thought be safe at that time. So talk about power of your subconscious mind. That's a little common topic. And I have learned hypnotherapy and I know theory of mind. I've done so many classes about it. So I'm very confident about it also. I was like, thoda comfort zone. Just before a day, this lady who's the event organizer tells me, Banadi, sirf 10 minute bolna hai. I'm like, fuck. हो गया. मेरा तो पूरा गड़बड़ होना ही है. 10 मिनट में पावर ऑफ योर सबकॉन्शियस, थ्योरी ऑफ माइंड कैसे समझा सकती हूँ मैं, जो 3 घंटे का क्लास लेती हूँ मैं. And I'm like, oh God, clearing soul temple. क्या पहनना है? साड़ी. अच्छा, साड़ी is better because I'm very comfortable. साड़ी, ये वो. All I'm using my brain so much. I call my son. मैं बोली बाकी सब इतना मुश्किल नहीं है, मेरे को सब्जेक्ट पता है, मेरे को सब आता है, मैं बोल सकती हूँ, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल सकती हूँ, सब कुछ है. पब्लिक में मैं बात कर सकती हूँ. अब तो माइक का भी कोई स्टेज फियर भी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. बट वो लोग बोले 10 मिनट के अंदर खत्म कर. He said, एक काम करो, लिखो टॉपिक्स, सारे टॉपिक्स लिखो, सबटाइटल्स लिखो, उसके बाद बोलो उसको, रिकॉर्ड करो और देखो कि 10 मिनट में खत्म हो रहा है कि नहीं. एक बार में अगर नहीं खत्म हो तो 2-3 बार रिकॉर्ड करके देखो और फिर जाके वहां पे बोलना. तो थोड़ा ठीक रहेगा, आपको पता रहेगा कि हाँ इतना कंटेंट 10 मिनट में हो जाएगा. आई एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिकली रोट इन अ नोटबुक what and all I'm going to talk. I said that, I recorded that, I heard that, and I saw how much time it is taking, this. Some 3 times I practiced it. Then thoda sa I was relaxed कि हाँ ठीक है, हो जाएगा. 10 minutes. Still before going on stage, I told the event organizer, if I exceed, just give some sign from the off stage. Because I won't have the watch with me if I exceed the time. But that day, trust me, I just spoke exactly 10 minutes. And I spoke everything in 10 minutes that can reach out to them in a brilliant way. The way I gave examples and everything. The beauty of that was after I got on the stage, there were 2 doctors, couple, young, beautiful couple. One is a cosmetologist and one is another thing. They, as soon as I got down off the stage, they were like, can we talk to you? I said, yeah, sure. 45 minutes they were standing with me, wanting to know more. And I'm here like, oh, wow. the doctor couple wants to know more, and they are standing with me for 45 minutes after that 10 minutes talk. That means I've done a fab job. So that was one time when I actually put all of those videos, that video on Facebook. That, yeah, okay, fine. I did a good job. And it was in Hindi because Chhattisgarh. But then after that, I used to think, अरे YouTube पे डालने के लिए ना मैं रोज तो इतना शॉर्ट में नहीं बोल पाऊंगी. तो नहीं हो सकता है. But when I started Soul's Temple, this 1 month program, what worked for me? It was not what actually changed everything for me. The purpose, the bigger vision. Because when I started this 1 month program, I was like, it's for so many people are being affected by COVID and so much pain, so much death, so much loss. How can I be a contribution to that? I didn't think, how do I look? I didn't think whether it's going to be 1 hour, whether it's going to be half an hour, whether people will even see the video or not. I didn't think anything because that thing, right? I said that pyramid and then the purpose. That purpose was so big in my space that no, come what may, I'm going to do this. And there, I didn't even feel anything to put it on YouTube. It didn't even matter to me. Like every day I'm sitting on this same fucking chair and no change.
Does it give you contentment?
It gives
I'm
me
sure a lot.
more than contentment.
Yes.
It gives me reason to be alive. Like
Yes.
it's almost like when you come and say, or Simran also, she's here now. She also said one day that my husband listened and he said, okay, who is this woman?
Yeah.
Something she said about the voice or the smile. Or, I don't remember what, but so when people come and tell me like youth of today, y'all are young people.
Exactly.
That is my desire. The youth of today must get empowered enough to take this forward.
Exactly, because I see my friends, they're just chilling, doing nothing. कि जबरदस्ती time को बर्बाद करना है. You just wanna.
See, when reality hits hard one day, then we wake up. But if we would wake up before the reality hits hard, how much of a easy-going, smooth journey can we create, right?
Totally.
That was the whole vision, the purpose of doing this. Because when I started this 1 month call, I didn't even think who's going to judge me, what my teachers are going to think, what access conscious people are going to say, what family conscious people will I give the correct information or not? Nothing, I thought.
It just flow.
It
Went
was
with the
just,
flow, yeah.
I didn't even have a topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, first day, second day, third day, plan, structure. Nothing I had except that, okay, morning 6:30, morning, afternoon 3 o'clock, evening 6 o'clock. Just that I knew. And I started putting it on YouTube the way it's 18th May today. I started on 21st April. Just 2 more days left. The way the grace of the divine has blessed my space, I don't have even words. I can't thank enough. I just can't.
Your smile, your voice expresses so much contentment. That's why I was just so pushed to ask you, like, you've been blessed by the divine, and it's so much contentment and happiness is new. Probably it was an experience for you to feel as well in such a time.
Just imagine how much I was depriving myself and all the people from what I could offer.
Exactly. Your contribution in everybody's life.
Because I thought I don't deserve it, or I thought I'm limited, or I thought because of people I can't do it. All the reasons that you all gave, right? All the reasons I had.
Exactly.
One more reason, Vandana.
Yeah.
It's like limitation to ask.
Sorry?
Limitation to ask.
No, see, asking also I have done, but I used to think YouTube and all to mere bas ka hi kaam nahi hai.
No, I am talking in general, like whatever content you were speaking earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I limit myself in many ways, yes, but then I cannot ask,
Yeah,
you know.
like that. Correct.
Yeah. So
So
asking is a limitation.
it's true because see, when I was in once long back in Dr. Ashish Narayankar, who's an Access Consciousness Facilitator, he was my first mentor on Access Foundation class. He's brilliant. I mean, you can go and follow him on Instagram, and there's Instagram lives and other things. So when Ashish was doing a money class, and at that time I used to, like, now also I don't have like lot of money or anything, but that time it used to be like, oh, I have to take care of the family, husband doesn't have a job, how am I going to manage? A lot of things. And I didn't, at that time I wouldn't charge for my therapies because I thought abhi to sikha hai, who will give me money and all of that. So at that time, once in a money class of Ashish, lot of clearings he was doing, and then I got up and I asked some questions. Like I almost cried in the class. Something that it brought up at that time. I don't even remember what. But you know what? Ashish just, in front of the whole class, he said, "You know what, Bandana? You are healed. Stop running behind healers. You don't need any more healing. Your ask and receive is so brilliant that anything you fucking ask, you get it. Only thing you're not asking for greater."
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And when he told that with so much conviction.
Yeah.
And then we always have this, right? When my mentor is saying something, naturally we get encouraged.
In the head. Yeah.
I did a money class with him, Vandana,
Yeah. He's
and
brilliant.
my daughters have done their foundation with him on.
Ashish.
Yes, both of them.
Ashish is brilliant. Like he's brilliant. I can't be grateful enough for him, his presence in my life. And thankfully, I mean, touch wood, like all my journey of into healing and whatever it has brought has always been a contribution. So
I have
Ashish,
to go through the. Sorry.
yeah, tell me, Kiran.
No, carry on. I'm sorry. I was just saying. Okay. I meant to say that I need to get out of this limitation of asking.
Yeah.
Because right from beginning, like you said, father healing with father, I have to go through that. I didn't attend it,
Yeah,
but right from childhood, I had such a limitation to ask even my parents.
correct. So that when you go through the today afternoon call, right, the family, father, family, and sisters, I've covered everything
Yeah.
in that. It was a
Yes.
brilliant soul stream.
And very subtly now I know that if you ask, it is given to you
Yes,
in a big way and instantly. I've
it
been
is.
practicing this, so I regretted, how many years I just spent without asking. Like last night, you told me ask your daughter for a
Bars.
bar. Yes, and she gave it to me, and I felt really good about it.
See, it's just that simple. That just
Yeah.
you have to tell them that. And okay, sometimes they may not do it immediately.
Yeah.
Sometimes they may say, "Mama, अभी मैं busy हूँ, अभी नहीं कर सकती हूँ, मैं आप बाद में करती हूँ." It's okay. We have to also have that allowance. That okay, immediately if I ask and they didn't say yes, that doesn't mean it's a no.
Yeah.
It just means like how we say, right? Delays are not denials,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So even when you're asking God and immediately if you don't get it, don't think that, oh, I'm never going to get it.
Yes. Yes. So true.
Delays are not denials. I know. And sometimes we are just not ready to get what we're asking for. And we're not equipped enough sometimes. And then, literally God waits for you to come there where you will be ready to receive it. And then he gives it as a chappar phad ke.
Is it a resentment which actually blocks everything? In my case, I feel it's just my resentment which did the blockage for me in any aspect. Like whatever it was, it's always my rejection and not acceptance to it.
Yes, the parts of us we reject and the parts of other people also that we reject. Because when we reject something, we cannot receive from it.
That's what you did. Like I rejected a lot of stuff in my life just for others, like for others' happiness. To that's the biggest thing. How do you do that? And why do you do that?
And whatever you did. That was still yesterday.
Yes.
Now you can
Yeah.
choose different.
Exactly.
Okay. Now you can do for others also,
Right.
but first do things for yourself.
वो आपने सुबह जो डाला था ना, वो यही तो था, पहले अपनी खुशी देखो, don't get into that puddle, try help them, but if they're not willing to do it, just cut the rope. अपने आप को
Exactly.
तो बचाओ थोड़ा.
You, if you go into that, then you're also there and they're also there. Nothing is going to change,
Exactly, right.
right? So it's important that
It
we
used to be like,
prioritize.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you know, prioritize yourself.
It used to be like that before कि अगले का, like somebody is not happy around me, like I'm very close to, and I would get affected. मेरा mental state अच्छा है, लेकिन because of that it will just be like lost कि how do I help her, how do I do something for
Yeah.
her. और आज भी ये हुआ मेरे साथ. I tried to do it, lost my calm and fixed myself in just 5 minutes.
That's a difference when we start doing
Yeah.
these things. My daughter also does that big time. She's 23. She'll always be there for all her friends, always. And then obviously they don't have a healer at home, like you know, a therapist at home. So they may not know so many things which she knows.
Exactly.
Okay. So they are curious to know more. They come and vent out all their stuff to her. Okay. And then she keeps using the tools and saying, doing the clearings or doing soul temple or doing this and doing that. And then sometimes she just gets so much like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And then she will tell her friends, I'm not your therapist.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's how it should be.
But that only when it comes to like,
When she can't take it, like it's bus ho gaya mera.
and then people think that she has mood swings. People think that, oh my God, she just gets irritated. But she doesn't get irritated like that. She
Yeah, I
takes,
get
she
to,
takes, she takes, she takes, she takes, she takes. And then one day it's here. And then she just explodes.
and I get to hear you are just so unpredictable.
Yes, that same.
Yeah.
So that is
Big-
why when it's going higher, 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 the tolerance is decreasing, decreasing. Don't wait till you have to blast. In the beginning, don't wait for more than 3 times.
Right.
Three is a magical number. Three
Exactly.
times you said something. If the person didn't do it, didn't listen, just leave it. You do your thing.
Yeah, right.
For me, three is magical. If I 3 times, if I get a no, I'll be like, okay, fine, maybe it's not meant for me.
Same for me.
I'll ask for something else.
I drop chits and then I do best of 3. That's
Yeah.
what I do when I just don't understand anything. Easy escape.
Yeah. So now these 3 calls a day. For me, three is
Yeah.
like 3. My daughter's birthday is 3, 3rd, 5th. So 3 is really a magical number. And there's a lot more that we can talk about it. So for now, let's quickly just affirm, because we're already at 7:05. My perception about the things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about the things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to my perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to my perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to my perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to my perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to my perception about things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My need to hold on to the perception of the things that I don't deserve is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve to have everything I desire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything that I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My resistance to acknowledge that I deserve everything I desire and I could acquire is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My need to limit myself based on my deservability is my soul's temple. My resistance to let go of all thoughts about what I deserve is my soul's temple. My resistance to let go of all the thoughts about what I deserve and what I don't is my soul's temple. My resistance to let go of all the thoughts about what I deserve and what I don't is my soul's temple. My resistance to let go of all the thoughts about what I deserve and what I don't is my soul's temple. Okay, because it's bringing up something in the throat and the eyes, the right eyes. So the judgment, the judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The judgments of people about me are my soul's temple. The expectations that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectation that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectation that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectations that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectations that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectations that people have of me are my soul's temple. The expectations that people have of me are my soul's temple. The projections of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. The projection of people on me is my soul's temple. My need to separate, my need to reject myself based on those projections, expectations, and judgments is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the projections, expectations, and judgments is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the projections, expectations, and judgments is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the judgments, projections, and expectations is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the judgments, projections, and expectations is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the judgments, projections, and expectations is my soul's temple. My need to separate from myself based on the judgments, projections, and expectations is my soul's temple. My need to reject myself when others reject me and my offerings is my soul's temple. My need to reject myself when others reject me and my offerings is my soul's temple. My need to reject me when others reject me and my contribution is my soul's temple. My need to reject me when others reject me and my contribution is my soul's temple. My need to reject myself, parts of myself, when others reject me and my contribution is my soul's temple. My need to reject parts of myself when others reject me and my contribution is my soul's temple. My need to reject parts of myself when others reject me and my contribution is my soul's temple. My resistance to totally and completely accept who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to totally and completely accept and embrace who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to accept totally and completely who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to accept totally and completely who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to accept totally and completely who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to accept totally and completely who I be at all times is my soul's temple. My resistance to accept totally and completely who I be at all times is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and inviting people to value my contribution and encouraging the wealth of, no, and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Inviting people to value my contribution and enhancing the wealth of my being is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. Being an invitation to more ease, more money, more joy is my soul's temple. I finished this here, but I have to acknowledge Access Consciousness, Gary Douglas, Dane here, Simone Milasas for her book Joy of Business, Smriti Goswami for teaching me what is wealth of being in her Business Done Different. And a lot of my Access colleagues and friends, Dattatreya Khanolkar, who taught me that, Bandna, keep asking what would I like my reality to look like and never settle for less. And even if it looks like a fantasy, still go for it. So Dattu, Bangalore, Rashmi, Charu, Vibhuti, Avni, Srijan, like these are the people, apart from my parents and ancestors and brothers and family members, who have been like children. These are the children and colleagues who have been, and Geeta, my colleague, and my best friend. So there are, like, if I go on, I think my names would not end, but then, yeah, related to Access Consciousness, definitely I have to thank all these people. Beautiful people. I've already named Ashish and, you know, RD sir, Kiran ma'am. These are like wonderful, wonderful people whom I've come across in my journey of Access Consciousness. And I never fail to acknowledge the gift that they have been to my life and all that I have learned from them, and also their receiving of me the way I am and contributing to me whatever they could in their best capacity. It's brilliant. This gifting and receiving I have learned especially from Access Consciousness more than any other modality so far. So yeah, I mean, you can go and read. If you haven't done Access, you should go and buy the books of Access Consciousness, read more about it, do Access Past class, do Foundation. These are like the most amazing classes that I've done of Access. So yeah, thanks
Vandana,
to all of
you
that.
won't believe, while you were doing the Souls Temple, I was thinking that I'll acknowledge you before we end the call by saying thank you for healing all the broken souls, giving happiness to the soul and mind, and creating peace within. And we just acknowledge so many people in a way.
Yeah, because everybody, see, we are all a blend of the books that we have read, the travels that we have done, the people that we have met,
Exactly.
even if they were not mentors or facilitators, the random people on the road also. I completely acknowledge that I am who I am because of all of the people, the books, the classes, the teachings, the preachings, the lessons that I've learned from life. And at the same time, I acknowledge that unless I would have chosen, I wouldn't have been getting it.
But I'm sure everybody around here just agrees that you've brought a major shift in their lives. And
Yes.
I'm sure. For me, within 2 classes, it's such a major shift. So they've been connected since, I don't know, since 21st of April, probably, right?
Some since 13th of April, my
So-
birthday,
Wow.
Before that, I think. 13-4.
13th April. Yeah, that was the first time when I did, and then I did a 9-day healing, and then I did this one.
Navratri healing. Yes. Yes. I've been there through and through. Thank
You're
you, Vandana.
magical. Thank you so much. You're just magical.
Thank you so
It's been awesome, ma'am, introducing to Souls Temple, and the way it has brought a shift in me. It's been amazing. Like the way me and Ruby are working, and the way things are just popping up. Today afternoon, Yin and Yang popped up, and money popped
And then
up,
and I did in the
working
3
on-
p.m. call, I did yin yang. So, you know,
Okay.
that's a
So
brilliance.
you mentioned about it even in this call, little bit of it.
Yes.
So I would definitely. It's just sync. It's just the way it had to happen. It's just.
It is all in
It's
sync.
bizarre. Like for me, I
It
just
is
feel
all
it's
in
bizarre.
synchronicity. You know, this is synchronicity. This
Yes.
is, I remember Natasha, also of Access Consciousness, Natasha Fernandez. She had written once on Facebook, which I can never ever forget. I just love and adore that one line that I read on her post. Synchronicity is when the universe gets personal.
Wow, amazing.
Oh my God, Dee,
True.
that's so beautiful. Can you repeat it, please?
Natasha Fernandez, thanks to you. I'll tell her to see this call. Synchronicity is when the universe gets personal. And I think years ago she wrote it. And when I read it, I kept telling to myself, fuck, this is what it is. You know, the
Yeah.
universe is my, like, it's like my personal belonging. And everything I ask
Awesome.
for is just here, right now. So yeah, we all can be
Thank you.
energy and be this space.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Cool. You know, I want all of you to contribute by later on also, after a couple of days. Whenever you think any call will be of benefit to others, share it with other people as well. You know, the YouTubes or the SoundCloud, whatever works. Specifically, there are so many titles that I've put. So, you know, when you feel that, okay, this may help somebody, please share it. I'm not coming from a space of they have to come for therapies to me. It is, I know what a contribution these calls are going to be. I know what value they carry. And so, yeah, if people are going to listen, my nieces and all have started messaging me, Ki Buwa, we have started listening to your calls, and just in like 3 days, something is shifting, and someone is telling like, 10 din se main sun rahi hu aur ye badal raha hai, and ye wo. I just feel extremely, you know, grateful. I just, like, I humbly bow to the divine grace that is flowing through me on these calls, and I'm so, so, so grateful to all of you. Thank you.
Bless you, Vandana.
Bye-bye.
Ma'am, can I take your leave?
Yeah, I'm closing the call.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.